It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Friday Travel and Cruise Industry News and Podcast on this, the 29th day of March 2024, coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia. Actually, it's supposed to get pretty warm here today, up in the 70s. We got several days in the 80s coming up this next week. So we're going to have some pretty nice weather here for a while. I'm planning on getting out this afternoon, take some pictures of my new improved chair, which you might have noticed that Hot Air Tom referred to in the chat room. But I now have a red chair instead of a black chair. So I'll get out and see if I can take a couple pictures of that today. Not a whole lot in the way of news this morning. Excuse me. Wow. That went down the wrong way. The lead story this morning is Norwegian cancels cruises for 7 ships. The Norwegian Viva, Norwegian Viva is going to upgrade some venues during its Transatlantic. Also today we got a float out of sorts for the Disney Treasure. We're going to talk a little bit about the Mississippi River Fleet for 2024. That and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. All right, guys, today is National Lemon Chiffon Cake Day. Don't ask me why. Of course, it's also Good Friday. But it's a National Lemon Chiffon Cake Day. I can eat that. That's not one of my favorites, but, that would be all right. Amanda did get my credit card this morning to go to the grocery store to get in some supplies for Sunday. So I hope all of you guys do have a wonderful holiday weekend, however you might celebrate it. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. All the big guys have us. Just search for travel and cruise industry news. It doesn't matter if you're on TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, any of them. Just search for travel cruise industry news and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. If you're listening via the podcast and ever want to jump over to the video feed, all you got to do is go to the description of the podcast and you can just click on link and go right on over. All right, before we get to some news this morning, I have a couple of things I'd like to do today. One, of course, by now you guys are aware of my friend Ivan Cox, the author of Cruise Ship Doctor. He's going to be on the show probably Monday. Or possibly if I do a show this weekend, which I probably won't, I'll probably just wait till Monday and we'll do a little interview with him about the upcoming Cruise Ship Doctor group cruise. It's on the Epic, sailing out of Port Canaveral on November the 16th of this year. Really decent deal. Solos start at $16.79. That includes everything, all 4 perks, and the taxes and port charges. Double occupancy starts at $1,040 per person. That's with everything. That's out the door. All 4 perks. And the 4 perks, of course, are a drinks package, And it's 2 specialty dinings, by the way. I've got that clarified this morning. What else? $50 credit for excursions and 150 minutes of Wi-Fi. So, decent deal. All you have to do is call me, and it'll be hosted by Ivan and by me. We'll be co-hosting this one. So we'll be doing all the usual things that I do on cruises, having breakfast meetings and meetings for a cocktail before dinner, and, setting up, going to dinner with folks and those kind of things. It'll be nice now that we got 2 specialty dinings. That'll be excellent. So, but anyway, that's our cruise ship Dr. Cruise coming up on November the 16th. If you're interested, let me know, because anytime, you never know when these things are going to, run out of space. So, and by the way, if you're one of the first 10 people that book from today's show, you get a free book. So, of course, Ivan will be more than happy to autograph it for you if you have it with you. So, it's going to be fun, not only a fun cruise, but it'll be fun to sail with him. And we'll be doing some specialty things. We're working on getting approvals from Norwegian to do some things like having some cocktail parties, and Ivan and maybe one of his guests that's going to be with us will do some performing. So it'll be fun. So that's on November 16th. Just give me a call, folks. All right, the other thing I wanted to talk about today, folks, and again, I'll be changing this as soon as I'm someplace where I've got something looking decent in the background, but the black arm piece here, the one that goes catty cornered up the side of the chair, that's what's now red. So, and no, hot air time, I didn't get paint and slather paint on it. I got the panels replaced. So, but anyway, we're coming up the last couple of days of the Will Power Chair Spring Celebration. Of course, they own Scootaround, and it's really quite simple, folks. If you purchase either of the chairs, the lightweight chair that folds up and goes in the trunk, or like mine, the C2, which is a much sturdier, heavier chair for somebody like me, you get $250 to use for accessories. And then if you call them or go to the website and order a chair, tell them code Chillie, CHILLIE, code Chillie, and you'll get not only a discount on the chair, but you'll also get the $250 for accessories. So that's a special. It runs through the 31st. Today's the 29th. So Sunday's the last day. That's not a bad deal, folks. All right, that's the Will Power Chair. My buddies. So, all right, the top story today, folks, comes from Norwegian. And it seems like we do a lot of talking about cruises getting canceled. Not one of my favorite subjects. Norwegian Cruise Line has announced a significant redeployment of its fleet for 2025, impacting 7 of its cruise ships. Well, immediately when I saw that, I started hyperventilating, because I've gone on several of Norwegian ships in 2025. Thankfully, it didn't affect any of my current cruises. The changes have already been communicated to travel agents, and several guests have begun receiving communications from the cruise lines. The ships that are affected include the Norwegian Epic, Norwegian Jade, the Pearl, Spirit, the Star, the Sky, and Viva. So this is a bunch of them that are affected with this one. The cruise line has cited multiple reasons for the itinerary changes, which include to accommodate strong demand for cruises through the Panama Canal, which is drying up, and to the Bahamas, the continuing unrest in the Red Sea, a scheduled dry dock, and a full vessel charter. So here's the deals, folks. On the Epic, Norwegian Epic, which I'm on it, I think I've got 4 cruises booked on the Epic. Alongside the cancellations announced in January, Norwegian Epic has seen cancellations for its November 1st and 11th, 2025 sailing. Guests looking for alternative voyages have the option of embarking on a cruise on board the Pearl on May 20th or Sky on October 2nd. The thing that bothers me when they do things like this, what if those dates just aren't suitable for folks? All right, the Jade sailings have seen several cancellations, including February 20th, March 4th, March 13th, March 24th, all in 2025. The voyages have been canceled to accommodate the popular cruises to the Bahamas and Panama Canal. The recommended alternative for the February 20th sailing is Norwegian Bliss on February 22nd. For March 4th, March 13th, and March 24th, Norwegian Joy on March 29th has been offered as the alternative. The Norwegian Pearl has by far the most cancellations, which include October 15th, with alternatives on Pearl on May 31st, July 12th, August 2nd, September 13th, and October 4th. Other cruises that have been canceled include April 9th, May 5th, May 16th, May 27th, and June 5th sailings. Alternative include cruises on Norwegian Viva, Norwegian Sky, Norwegian Pearl across May, October, April, September, and June. The Norwegian Spirit, January 1st voyage cancellation is accompanied by an alternative sailing on the Sky, January the 6th. The Norwegian Star has adjustments to its May 17th and 29th, as well as June 9th, 2025 sailings. The recommended alternatives are Norwegian Prima on May 11th and 22nd for the May sailings, Norwegian Star itself on June 20th for the June sailing. And Viva, Norwegian Viva, the May 18th sailing is canceled with alternatives including sailing on board Viva August 24th through September 11th and October 9th. The May 27th cruise canceled sailings. Recommended alternatives are also on Viva May the 18th, October the 9th, and June the 6th. The September 20th and 29th cruises have alternatives on Viva May the 18th, October 9th, August 24th through September 11th, and June 6th through the 26th. And the Norwegian Sky has also issued an important update regarding sailings scheduled for April 19th through June the 5th on board the Sky in response to the ongoing situation in the Red Sea, which has not de-escalated as hoped. The cruise line has decided to cancel sailings in that region. The decision facilitates the rerouting of Norwegian Sky around Africa, introducing her to a new series of itineraries focused on Africa. So, a lot of cancellations from Norwegian. If you're booked on any of those, talk to your travel advisor. They'll probably be as confusing as that was. All right, I'll be back with a couple more stories. Not a whole lot. A couple more stories after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. All right, the next story this morning is staying with Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line is reaching out to guests booked on one of the upcoming transatlantic repositioning voyages with updates and changes to several onboard activities and services. The cruise is on the Viva that will sail from San Juan on a 19-day transatlantic cruise on April the 7th of this year. That's in a week from now, a little over a week. It goes to Lisbon as she prepares for her summer season in the Mediterranean. During the crossing, Viva's Speedway Bar will be converted to Entourage, a dedicated space for youngsters 13 to 17 that several of the cruise line's other ships offer. Currently, Viva has no dedicated space, offering age-appropriate activities for teens. Also, closed areas will include part of the ship's Galaxy Pavilion, a virtual reality game space, the Tea Time mini golf course, the Bullseye, a game space featuring digital darts, and the Stadium game space and Wave, a popular water slide. That all is happening while it's going on the Transatlantic. They said if they get some of these finished, they'll reopen them before the cruise is over. Well, that's really nice. I'm glad you thought about that. It sounds to me like they were short on how they built the thing. They didn't even consider having, team facilities. I'm not sure what all the others are for, what they're doing to the water slide, for instance. But anyway, it's going to be changed. All right, the other thing and this was a little, just a slight bit to the weird side, Marrh shipyard in Papenburg, Germany, buzzed with activity as Disney Treasure floated for the first time, paving the way for the upcoming Disney Destiny. Now, notice, folks, that said floated. It didn't say floated out. It's not the typical official float ceremony, as the vessel still remains inside the construction hall. The relocation of Disney Treasure allows the next phase of construction to commence, plus makes room for the construction to begin on Disney Treasure's sister ship, the Disney Destiny, which they had the kill laying ceremonies for. Disney shared the landmark event on Disney Treasure's official ship's log and said water from the Ems River was pumped into the building dock where the ship is being constructed, lifting the hull from the floor of the chamber. The shipyard team was then able to guide the Disney Treasure to a new location where it will undergo the next phase of construction. The relocation of the 4,000-passenger Disney Treasure will allow the ship to complete the final construction phases ahead of the ship's anticipated debut in December. That's of this year. When Disney Treasure debuts, passengers can enjoy 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries from Port Canaveral. Also from Disney Cruise Line has disclosed initial details regarding the upcoming vessel, the Disney Destiny, making a significant construction milestone with the keel-laying ceremony at Marrh. Embracing the maritime tradition of keel-laying for the auspicious beginnings, the Disney Destiny, a vessel steeped in legends and lore, is gradually taking form. The design concept of the Disney Destiny, akin to her sister ships, the Disney Wish and Disney Treasure, revolves around the theme of heroes and villains. Excuse me. All right, finally, guys, this morning, got to take a sip of Diet Coke here. Okay, so the Mississippi River has lost some of its ships that were going to be sailing because of the American Queen voyages going bankrupt and on the auction block. I had hoped to know the results of yesterday's auction. That, however, is kept under wraps so far, so we have no idea who or how many people bought all of or part of the American Queen voyages. So here's what it leaves as far as the Mississippi River goes this year. And no, I have not done this yet, folks, and I hope to. Mainly because the current ships that are on there are handicap accessible. They have a wheelchair accessible stateroom and an elevator so you can get to the different floors on the ship. I would love to do that, especially now that I've been having some contact with American Cruise Line. So we'll see. All right, so here's the vessels. American Serenade, which was built in 2023, 175 guests. After entering service for American Cruise Line, the American Serenade will be the newest cruise ship in operation on the Mississippi River. For its second season, the 175-guest vessel is currently offering itineraries that cover the entire length of the Mississippi River and also include sailings to other waterways such as the Ohio, the Cumberland, and the Tennessee. Custom designed to sail on the Mississippi, the American Symphony is marking its third season on the river. Part of American Cruise Line's modern riverboat series, the 2022 built vessel is set to offer a series of itineraries along both the lower and upper Mississippi, in addition to cruises that also sail to the Tennessee, Cumberland, and Ohio. As part of American Cruise Line's series of modern riverboats, the American Melody entered service in 2021. In 2023, the 175-guest vessel will offer 7 to 23-night cruises that sail along the Mississippi. That should have been 2024, folks, my bad. Along the Mississippi, Tennessee, Cumberland, and Ohio. Some of the itineraries can be combined with land-based tours that include visits to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park and other features. After undergoing a major refurbishment in 2022, the American Splendor continues to sail on the Mississippi River. One of the American Cruise Line's classic paddle wheelers, the 185-guest vessel, is set to offer 4 different itineraries during the season, which include destinations in Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Illinois, Kentucky, Alabama, and Missouri. Previously named the Queen of the Mississippi, the American Heritage is another paddle wheeler operated by American Cruise Lines. Built in 2015, the 149-guest ship is scheduled to offer 3 7 to 11-night itineraries across the lower Mississippi. Additionally, it will offer a 15-night itinerary that focuses on the Ohio River and sails all the way to Pittsburgh. And the Viking Mississippi. The Viking Mississippi is the largest cruise ship sailing on the Mississippi River. After entering service in 2022, the 10,000-ton European-style riverboat continues to offer itineraries across both the upper and lower river regions. So that's what's happening on the Mississippi River, which I hope to be on this summer. We'll see. Never can tell. Never can tell. All right. That wraps up the news portion of today's show. So let's go see who's in the chat room. Of course, most of you noticed that Holler Tom and I carried on a conversation for about a half hour before the show today. Anybody have a good suggestion for them for an anniversary meal in New York City? My only suggestion, Hot Air Tom, is take a big credit card. Big credit card. Dinners in New York City ain't cheap. Of course, you know that. Yeah, talking about getting sex bombed. Here you go, Hot Air Tom. Ola Berry. I'm single. Need girlfriend. Bernice says, doing a good job. I am not sure if I know who Bernice is. There's Gary Older Than Dirt. Hi, Gary. Bob's with us. Good morning to y'all. Thanksgiving. Thank goodness it's Friday. I agree. I will get to ambassador status with NCL on day 8 of the next cruise. Will not actually get the title until our Hot Air Tom Chillie September cruise. But one perk is a complimentary 7-day balcony cabin cruise. Wow, that's nice. Taxes, port fees, and gratuities still need to be paid. Well, they're not going to give everything away free. But yeah, ambassador status, that's pretty cool, Hot Air Tom. Must use it within a year. So Cindy will have some choices to make soon. Yes, she will. Chillie's Cruises, how about some LED lighting for your tires? Yeah, no. That's Hot Air Tom. Remember, I represent this company. I'm not doing totally crazy crap. I just wanted to change a pace. I wanted to liven it up some. So I got the red panels and I installed them yesterday. So I'm going to take my red chair out for a spin this afternoon. There's Elizabeth on location, Buena Diaz, Chillie and the gang. It's a beauty of a day here in Playa del Carmen. My last week here, heading back to Cozumel next week. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. You're late today. Today is Vietnam Veterans. Thanks to all. I didn't know that, Gary. And yes, to all of you guys that were in Vietnam, we thank you for your service. If you remember Chillie Cruises, we already had an Epic cruise cancel, hence our move to the breakaway. Yeah. I still have several other Epic cruises, though. So when I saw that, I went, not again. Yo, Eddie in the house. Hey, Eddie. Brooklyn Eddie in the house. I couldn't get it out, Eddie. Always good to see you, my friend. Let's see what we got here. There's Jason, too. Hi, Jason. He says, Hot Air Time. Will Prima get similar changes? Seems very short-sighted. I don't know. They're not totally forthcoming as to what's happening. So a lot of it is just being, guessed on. Jason says, congratulations on the 5,000. So, yeah, thank you. I hit that not too long ago. We're up to 5475 or so. Yeah, should it? Yeah, 5,500 this weekend sometime. Hi, there's Blaine. Hey, Blaine. Says, hello, friends. Long time no see. Getting ready for our cruise on the Carnival Sunshine. Well, you're going to be on the Sunshine, and I'm going to be on Elation. So I have done Sunshine before. That's been a long time ago. But I do have, I'm going on Elation, which is one that I haven't been on, out of Jacksonville. Let's see. Will the carpets be dry? I sincerely hope so. And Blaine says it better be. I hope nothing happens to your whole whale tail. And that wasn't sunshine. You know, you got to keep the right ship there, Emily. Leaving Sunday the 31st for a 7-night cruise on the seashore. Ah, that's cool, Gary. Tell them hello. I've been trying to hook up with the thing with that, and I've been running into this multiple problems with doctor's appointments. Going through that kind of a period now. I was lucky to get the 5 days out of the doctor's appointment to run down to Jacksonville and jump on Elation. So, yeah, I had hoped to do seashore. That's just not working out right now, but we'll see. That's going to be a good one, Gary. Yep. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Congrats on the ambassador status for Hot Air Tom. Sonny says hello to everybody. Let me know if any of you are going to be in Cozumel anytime soon. Yeah, I'm not, unfortunately. I was trying to hook up a seashore thing went to Cozumel. That's what I wanted to do. Sonny says, thank you all to the Vietnam vets as well. I agree. Chillie's Cruises were those chats from X, formerly Twitter. That would explain why we don't see anything here. I have no idea where they're from. I mean, I don't go try to find these people. I don't see them anywhere else. It just pops into my stream on this thing. There seems to be 2 or 3 of them every day. Elizabeth, I'll be in Cozumel Friday, April the 5th, from 7 to 5. Jason says, I'm in a bad mood. I should be here every day. You're busy. That's okay. There's Amy. Amy's late, but that's okay. It's good to see Amy. Glad you made it with us. I've been on that ship. Very nice. You have ads for Expedia and you hate them. Bye. We love Amy. Yes, we do. All right, guys. That's going to wrap me up for the weekend. Well, I can't say that. Something happens, I will be definitely be out and about for the weekend. So that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. Oh, go away, phone. Quit ringing. That was my phone ringing, and I just blanked off the screen there for a second. Anyway, that's going to wrap me up for the weekend, guys. I'll be following things. I'm not going out of town for the weekend. I'll be here, but I hope to get out and about locally some. So if anything goes on, I'll, go live or post videos or something. So I'll stay on top of things. So you might keep checking back. And as always, guys, thanks for being here. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so as we're heading for 10,000 subscribers next Wednesday. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully we'll all get together on the high seas. You guys have a fantastic Easter weekend, y'all. I'll talk to you sometime this weekend, if not on Monday. Thanks, guys. Have a great holiday.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.